There are so many digital artists today and so many people want to learn how to draw, and they buy the best software, the most expensive tablets, very good pencils and high quality paper. But let me ask you a question. Why is it that your characters and your drawings still feel kind of dead? Let me tell you, you're focusing on what you're using to draw. But the top artists know that real growth comes from how you learn to see. So the solution is not another plugin or a magic filter or a very good pencil and the best paper you can ever get. No, the solution is an old school skill that many artists are still ignoring completely. And you might get very frustrated with not getting to your perfect drawing or digital character. And that sounds familiar, right? To me too. I used to spend hours on drawings and paintings and perfecting every single line. Then when I stepped back, and when you probably zoom out, you see that your character and my drawings were lifeless. So we get caught up in a trap of perfectionism. And the problem is, what do we use as a reference? Is it a photograph? So then the photograph is your problem. You're using a copy of a real life. You're using a reference that's already flattened. It's not 3D, it's 2D at the best. You're actually copying a flattened image and you're making a copy of a copy. And that's why your art feels stuck. Yeah. So let me tell you what you can do to improve that. What is the answer? The answer is beautifully simple, nothing very fancy. The answer is life drawing. I know you might be thinking right now, oh, it's for old people, it's old school, and we don't need it, we're all very contemporary, we use digital. We're digital artists. Listen, this is one of the biggest misunderstandings in art education. You should look up online what life drawing is and what life drawing does to your skills. Because life drawing isn't about making a perfect final image, final product, final drawing. Life drawing is about, it's like an artistic gym for your artistic brain, and it trains you to be disciplined and to know the basic foundations so that in the future you can use these foundations without thinking about them. Life drawing is like learning another language. You'll learn a language from the books, but you never speak and talk to a native speaker. You probably won't be speaking that language very well because you need exercise and you need to hear, you need to see the articulation, you need to hear the accent, the pronunciation of the words. And this is exactly what life drawing does and what a life model is to you. It's a native speaker of something you're aiming for. You want to learn how to speak the human form. Here you go. I've learned English. This is not my native language. When I speak the language now, I'm not thinking about where to put what in a phrase. I just speak. Yeah, and as I said, the life drawing is not about creating a perfect final result, final drawing. The challenge of life drawing is that you stop copying what you see and you start putting on paper what you feel. When you draw a life model, your brain is forced to activate everything you already know about the human form. This is how you build your visual library inside your head. And once you have this in your head, you are no longer a slave to a reference. And then you can work with a 2D image, with a photograph. Then you will be able to draw without any reference, and you will be able to create any pose you want. Here, let's pause for a second. If this idea of the mental library of a human form is close to you, then I would ask you to subscribe for more content like this. Like and subscribe, yeah? Now, let's talk about the biggest enemy in digital art, and in drawings too, the stiffness. Do you know what's the #1 complaint I hear from art students and from digital artists as well? Oh, my characters, my drawings, they feel so stiff, they look so unreal, and everything is so a bit awkward on paper or on screen. The reason is very simple. Your drawing, static, things. A human being is never truly still. And I talked about this in my previous video on circle of light around a shape. No matter how still the object is, the atmosphere, everything around this object is changing and moving. The light is changing. So even a still object is moving. Never touch the edge. Check it out. And life drawing, especially with short poses, is the shortest might be, I don't know what, 20-30-second pose. It forces you to ignore the details and capture one thing, like a gesture, the energy, the main shadow. Just imagine, you have only 30 seconds. You cannot create the whole figure from head to toes. I mean, you can if you're a speed drawer in real life, but still, it's not enough to create the whole drawing. So you focus on the story of the pose, something that, that's important only to you, not to others. Don't look what others draw and, and paint. So you have only 30 seconds or 1 minute or 2 minutes. Look at the pose, pick the most important thing to you. What is it? A line, a curve, a shadow, neck, a finger, and focus on this little thing. Don't go for the whole pose. This is not what it's about. The risk is that you will stop being a digital artist or traditional artist, and you will simply become an artist. So let's bring it all back. If you feel like your art is lifeless, it's not about your tools you're using. It's because you're training yourself to copy from a flat image. You're learning copying, but you're not learning seeing. And this is also one of the problems with hyperrealism. I talked in a previous video. Feel free to check it out. Hyperrealism artists use mostly 2D images, photographs. How can you see live from a photograph? I mean, I already said that printing can be art, but art is never printing. The same here, photographs are art, but we are not photo cameras. I'm going in circles with this phrase, but it's so true. So anyway, if your art feels lifeless, it's not about your tools. It's not about what you're using, but it's about you're not being able to see. The most powerful thing you can use, the most powerful tool that can be so much of help to you as an artist, and you're not learning it, and it's life drawing. Life drawing will help you build this 3D mental library of a human form, and it will teach you how to capture gesture. So, what my recommendation would be to you: stop hunting for the next best software, best tablet, the best drawing kit. Stop it. The real magic happens when you pick a simple pencil, you take a simple piece of paper, and you learn to see the world around you with an artistic eye. And this is what life drawing is all about. So if this video helped you understand better life drawing and the figure drawing made finally sense, then I would invite you to subscribe for more content like this. And I will put this video on screen I was talking about, the shadows, so you can watch it. We'll see you next time. Ciao, ciao.